Okay, so it looks as if Jin is in quite a bit of trouble right now. He's finally defeated Saravok, his nemesis, and just when things were looking bright, they take a dramatic turn for the worse. So let's get started and take a closer look at Jin and his stats. So, obviously name, he's male, he's a fighter mage, multi-class, and he's a half-elf. We'll talk about that in a bit more detail later. He's using a custom picture. Can't remember where I got it, but I think it represents my mind's eye of Jin quite well. I've actually used custom pictures for Imoen and Minsk and I can't remember now exactly, but I've used custom pictures of a few characters because I didn't like the originals too much, and yeah, it's just it's a personal thing. I think some people like them. They look quite quirky, but most of them don't look very heroic to me, and the girls, with the exception of Viconia, don't look particularly nice. And even in Viconia's case, she's blue because she's like a dark elf of some sort. So yeah, I've chosen custom pictures for the characters I have any sort of strong opinion on, whether I like them or whatever. So yeah, that's just a quick word about custom pictures. In terms of so yeah, there's no other mods or anything. It's just literally I've created custom pictures or cropped them from other people's pictures. Okay, so yeah, in terms of stats, these are already improved from all the tomes you get in Baldur's Gate 1, so 16 strength, 18 dexterity. This I will be changing to 16 because I don't like, in my mind's eye, Jin is he's a capable warrior. He's a fit and skillful warrior, but he's not a man mountain. He's not going to be this 7-foot Saravok type monster. So I think he should have such a high constitution. He was already exceptionally intelligent, so he started with 18, and through the efforts of the last game, he's improved that to 19. He's always had great potential, but not necessarily fulfilled them. In terms of, oh yes, he grew up in Candlekeep, so he was educated, but obviously very young. So he started the last game with 12 wisdom, but he's learned a lot through his adventures. Around the Sword Coast, so he's up to 15. He's pretty knowledgeable now, and he's not a bad looking chap, so he's got decent charisma. So yeah, that's all I need to say about his stats. Now, I said I'd get back to alignment. Now this is something else I intend to change, probably to lawful neutral. And the reason for that is Jin is somebody who has a natural inclination to law and order. It's partly perhaps because of his upbringing by Gorion and the fact that he grew up in a very regimented setting, the Candlekeep Library and all the strict rules enforced there. And perhaps it's innate as well. He dislikes chaos. He prefers to have control over things. So lawful is his natural alignment. That's not to say that he's completely unreasonable. He doesn't serve blindly for the sake of law and order. If he perceives there to be a great injustice, he will, break laws that he deems to be unjust. I guess you can say that he prefers the world to be ordered, but he does not constrain himself necessarily by those laws, I suppose, but by the order that he prefers to be there. Now the reason why I intend to change his alignment from good to neutral is because a lot has happened to him since the death of Gorion. So obviously Gorion instilled a lot of morality in his upbringing, and he was taught, to always do the right thing, the good thing. But he's seen a lot of terrible things in his life already, and good people don't always win, don't always survive. Gorion didn't survive, and so he's kind of become a bit cynical with regards to good and evil. Now he's probably more concerned with, well, surviving the circumstances he finds himself in, understanding why there's people after him again, and just, you know, making do with what he can. He's not going to be too. I mean, he's not suddenly turned into a malicious, evil entity or anything. Yes, he understands he's the son of the Lord of Murder, but he likes to think that he has control of his own destiny. He can choose his path, whether through darkness or light. So he will become a lawful neutral alignment as opposed to a lawful good. And I'm going to change that through Shadowkeeper. Same with Constitution. I'll be reducing that to 16 to better fit what I think his stats should be. Now, one advantage he has for being an imported character from Enhanced Edition is he has actually retained all of these spells from the first game. I think that's a lot more than you would get normally, but I mean, to be honest, it's not a massive advantage since he won't be using quite a lot of them. And there's only so many useful spells per level, and you can only memorize so many. But still, it's nice. He's got a very large spell book right now, and hopefully it'll grow even further. Yes, these are his weapon proficiencies. So he's a fighter mage. He's a capable warrior. He's got a proficiency in a large number of weapon types, and but he's not a master of any particular type, and sadly, given his multi-class, he never will be. But yeah, he's a capable spellcaster and warrior, but not an expert in either. I think that's all there is to say about Jin. Let's get started.
Ah, the child of Baal has awoken. It is time for more experiments. The pain will only be passing. You should survive the process. Interesting. You have much untapped power. Do you even realize your potential?
More intruders have entered the complex, Master.
They act sooner than we had anticipated. No matter, they will only prove a slight delay.
Wake up! Come on! We have to get out of here!
Right, so obviously this is Imoen, and she's somehow found a way out of her cell, and she's asking us to get moving so we can get out of here, and Jin obviously agrees with that. Okay, she's seen weapons in a room nearby. That's going to be useful if we don't have anything. Oh, yep, we don't obviously have anything. Guess it makes sense. But weird to leave a prisoner with armed, you know, to the teeth. Okay, I think the first video is probably close to 15 minutes already, so this is a good place to stop off. So I can use Shadowkeeper to make the edits I need to do. Alright, thank you. See you next time.